Hi, you guys. It's Kelly without makeup on because I worked a trauma shift last night and have just been racing around the house all day packing. I'm super excited for the cruise, but I wanted to mention a couple things to as like a good reminder and mostly to the people who have never been to an Optavia event before. Okay. This is really cool if this is your first event that it's like you won a freaking cruise. But congrats. So here's a couple things that I just wanted to mention. So there's a little bit of maybe etiquette, I guess, that I just wanted to kind of mention that I didn't really know about until my first event. So, we don't really want to share our business details with anybody or ask about anybody's business details because we just kind of think that it's, I don't know, inappropriate or maybe a little bit rude. So you'll notice that nobody talks about rank. Nobody has it on their name badge. We don't really go up to people and say, well, what's your rank? Oh, okay. Oh, or the other thing is we don't really want to ask people, especially outside of our, I hate using the words up and down line because that's very direct sales, but I really wouldn't talk to anybody who's lateral to you or completely in a different line, like maybe they're in Doug Wood's line or something like that, about their business or your business. It is sort of, I don't know the right word to use, but I think you probably understand what I'm trying to say. It's just a little tacky. We certainly never ask them like, what was your frontline volume last month? No. What was your group volume? Like, no. And it's okay to get general advice from people, but a lot of times, sorry guys, I'm blowing up here. They don't know your business. And really only the person who knows your business is your sponsoring coach or your FIBC. And those are the people, like if you're getting advice, just smile and nod, and say, oh, that sounds awesome. And then bring that piece of advice to your FIBC. Okay. And be like, do you think this would work for my business? Or somebody was mentioning this, like, how come we don't do that in our line? Or something, along those lines. But I would just talk business directly with your upline. Okay. Also, yeah, we definitely don't talk really openly about how much money we're making or, we don't want to hurt anybody's feelings. And it's just not, I don't know. It's just not really kosher. It's just not the Optavia way. Okay. The other thing that I wanted to mention is, obviously we're going to be doing a little drinking on this cruise. Maybe not obvious to you, but health coaches do still drink because most of us are in maintenance. I just want to throw this out there that I wouldn't suggest drinking before the training sessions. You can do whatever you want. Okay. I know everybody maybe wants to wake up to a Bloody Mary or a mimosa on this cruise, but I would just suggest not doing that prior to the trainings because you don't want to be like that person who's like, whoop, whoop, like, and like, Becca Tinder's like, you just don't want to be, I don't know. It just seems a little weird. And also you're just not going to absorb as much info, your notes are going to be all weird or something if you're even going to take notes. And so you're just not going to absorb as much awesome training because Go Global blew my mind last year. And this is your Go Global for a lot of people. And so you're going to get some awesome, awesome training from some top leaders. And so I would just kind of like to suggest that we just respect that they have taken a lot of time. And by the way, they don't get paid to do this stuff. It's a voluntary thing to put, they're putting together PowerPoints. They're spending hours on these trainings for us. And we're so lucky. I don't know if you've heard it yet or not, but ask a lot of people who have been in leadership in other companies and other corporations. They do not get the same type of training that we get at all. They don't get the quality of training. They don't get the firsthand from, a Doug Wood like leader who's working the business. They don't get that stuff. We bring in people from the outside that other companies do not pay for. We are very, very lucky. So I just want to suggest that we like really respect that. And especially in our like Morris tribe and Eccles org people, like we are known to be really like a great, respectful, really wonderful leaders who stay above the line all the time. And I don't suspect any of you would act any differently, but I'm just, reiterating that that's kind of our reputation. And, I think that's awesome. And that's thanks to Gina and Jen, really, because they just keep everything above the line all the time. So those are just some thoughts. And, maybe you knew all of that. And maybe it was a good reminder for some of you, but some of you, if you've never been at an event, I just wanted to throw it out there. Like that's just kind of the way it is. I remember I was surprised when I went to my first OptiVA event. I was like, oh, like my title isn't on my badge and I don't know what anybody else is. And then I was like, oh, because rank doesn't really matter. Okay. And we don't, we're not like trying to one up each other. That's just not the way it goes. We're all just like a team working towards the same thing. We all want to be IPD. So, okay, you guys, I'm so excited. We're leaving the house at 6:30 in the morning. Gosh, it's going to be a great, awesome trip of fun and learning and all that good stuff. So, and I will look much more beautiful the next time you see me. Okay. All right, you guys, we'll see you on an airplane soon or on the cruise. Bye.